Ako cię kopa. Cibedwa na nibobo. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kongke. Yinoba mule. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kongke. Labola na wenkes matoma. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kong. Labola na wenkes matoma. Yinkin slimo podonamul.
I was due to race on Terrace, but I blew a qualifying race. Guess I'm lucky, huh?
I don't know how the riders do it. I get sick at speeds like... I don't know how the riders do it.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chun baba.
Go on, leave me alone. I've got stuff to worry about. Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret. Ha! Sure. Race your bike out of that explosion? Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hut Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
Kakincha nawabaka. Kakincha nawabakaon. Baba. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka pat... Tong hitwama ag inko tune. Ciao! Ciao!
Tangabun shan nang. China pala mula. Mucho shakapaka. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Tanga bok sha nak nong. Kin kun. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wanakumbes. Mucho shakapaka. Yi ki kun no. Mucho shak. China.
Ako cię kopa. Labola na wenkes matoma.
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Tonga buk sa umenong. Kawawol.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books of this backwater track.
Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng. Labola na wenkes matoma. Rundi hautong cibedwa na nibo. Labola na wenkes matoma. Yinkin rundi hautonga tonki. Labola na wenkes matoma. Kipechao na kinnikosenli.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
Labola na wenkes matoma. Rundi hautonga tonkimba ng kongkek.
That isn't fair! On Terrace you had to give a cut to the Swoop gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
Labola na wenkes matoma. Rundi hautonga tonkimba. Labola na wenkes matoma. Yin rundi hautonga tonkimba. Labola na wenkes matoma. Labola na wenkes matoma. 집에도 왔나? 나보다 나 룬디하웃 나보다 룬디하웃 룬디 나보다 나 랭키에서 왕가 조나티스 집 나보다 나 룬디하우동 나보다 나 임놈 룬디하우동가 똥김바낭 공객 나보다 나 랭키에서 막도 주바카 조나가른 도트릴 디톡 나보다 나 자우나긴 나쁜 맥두름 왕갑 집에도 왔나니 보보 나보다 나 랭키에서 막 룬디하우동가 똥김밥 룬디하우동 다 주바요 골라위시 두총 나보다 나 랭키에서 막 돈 동가 똥김바낭공 지옥을야 외시오만이 봐주니 나보다 나윙 룬디하우동가 똥 나보다 나 룬디하우동 나보다 나윙 키스막돈 못하다 핫 룬디 익자와 동볼 룬디하우동가 똥김바낭 공객 집에도 왔나니 보보 동나무웅 나보다 나 랭키에서 막 룬디하우동가 똥김바낭
Chinapala mula, tonki ba non tontek, tu kakin cha na kwat na bon kon, wanakumbes, chi pala mulek, tonga bok sha nak nong. Chinapala.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... It's not that I'm not grateful. I mean, it would get me into the pros. I don't have the credits to get in on my own. Not that I care about credits. I just want to race. But the deal with Mata is pretty bad. He'll get most of what I win. You've posted some good times. He might listen to you. I would. I respect you as a racer. But I kind of doubt he'd give me a better deal. He doesn't have to. He's putting up most of the credits. Thanks anyway, but I'll think it through myself.
Rundi hautonga. Lagodan. Lagodan. Rund. Lagodan. Lagod. Lagodan na rinkis maktona. Yinkins. Rundi hautonga tongkimba ng kongke. Lagodan na rinkis Rundi hautonga tongkimba ng kongke.
You again? I suppose you've got a right to know. You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers. Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time. Thanks again. I meant it.
Mucho shot pakat. Kino no namapa. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wana kun kachi kun ita hodonga. Tolpa da bongwale kando na gugu chuchut. Akom justach miki grabal mogo. Kachi.
Nothing smells worse than a herd of wild banthas. Nothing.
Ben? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi were so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me. What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron, an ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. I told you that my mother and I never got along. Obviously, that has not changed. And now Father is dead. That leaves a hurt inside you just can't imagine. I haven't seen him in so long. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? I saw you down near the track, didn't I? Or was that someone else? Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to... Ah, something I know. Well, something I used... Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are... It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after... That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. All right. Keep safe. Yep.
Something you want, Spacer? You swoop racers. Do you even know what it takes to run an outpost like... I don't really have any interest. Like I said before, I don't much care what you... Good.
Huh? Who are you then? The only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum. Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Papuilta, Koloduf, Ivanrebu, Ikel Irimo.
La boda ni winkis matoma. Wana kumbes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang nonken.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query: would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me. Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive. Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Uudasta sieltä, uutta kelkiä. Vapuilta, kolotus, nipustetaan kelvaa, hoisitaan kelvaa. Vapuilta, kolotus. Uudasta sieltä, uutta kelkiä.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it,
I can be pretty convincing when I have to be. But that mind trick is something else.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation. Acknowledgement! Translation. 98% probability that members of the Miniature Organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the Miniature Organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.